Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a review, first impressions, and wear test on the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. So you get 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty standard in a foundation, and you just twist it off like this. It has a little spatula like this, which I think is awesome because you can just kind of paint it on your face, and it's really sanitary that way. I don't like to get foundation anywhere on my hands, so this is awesome. I love that packaging, and it feels really luxurious actually. As we probably all know, Wet n Wild is one of the most inexpensive brands, but this feels so high-end. These are glass, and they just feel and they look awesome. Like, this is so cool. This foundation only costs $6, and it comes in actually a really good range of shades. I bought mine online, but these are brand new, so I'm really excited to put these to the test. I love Wet n Wild too. They're also cruelty free, so, and it does say that these are vegan on here. Yes. The cool thing about this foundation and what it's being marketed as is a foundation for photos. Like it was tested in 7 different lighting conditions with top smartphone models, so I think it was an iPhone 6s. So this was tested in a clear blue sunlit sky, outdoors in the PM, indoors in the PM, electronic flash, fluorescent light, bathroom light, and nightclub light. So any lighting that you're in, this will not have flashback. So I'm going to wear it throughout the day, and then I will do some check-ins, and then I will give you guys my final thoughts on whether or not I think you should buy this. Before we start, I just want to let you guys know I have a normal skin. I'm going to use my same primer that I always use just so I can kind of gauge it well, because that's what I use with every foundation. So yeah, I will let you know if it makes me oily, if it makes me dry, what kind of finish it has. It does say online that it has a matte finish. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and put my primer on, and then I will put this foundation on. I also am going to be testing out the PHOTOFOCUS concealer. So this is brand new also, and they also did come out with a pressed powder, which I ordered, but mine broke on the way here, so it was completely shattered. But that's okay, I'll probably find it at the drugstore pretty soon. But they do have a concealer also. I've heard good things about this. It's also made for photos. It's also cruelty-free and vegan, so that's awesome. And I got mine in the shade Light Ivory. So I did get 2 shades. I got Bronze Beige, which is a medium tan, and I also got Light Medium, which is in Buff Bisque. So I'm gonna try Bronze Beige today. I'm a little tan. Okay, also, my face is lighter than the rest of my body because I do self-tan, but I exfoliate my face, and that's another thing I wanted to say before I do this. I did exfoliate my face and cleanse it, so it's completely prepped right now. I always recommend doing that before you put any foundation on. It just makes your base look so much better. So anyway, let's get started. This is so awesome. I don't really know how much to use. But that was just 1 spatula of it. I'm gonna use a Real Techniques brush on one side of my face, and I'm gonna use a beauty blender on the other side. So first I'm gonna use this. With 1 layer, it looks pretty natural, but I kind of like full coverage, so I'm gonna see how well it layers. Okay, layer 2. Okay, first impression, I do like this color on myself. I do see that it is clinging a little bit to dry patches. It dries down really quickly. It does look good though, and I did think that it layered pretty well. I feel like I liked using the brush a little bit better and then going in with the beauty blender afterwards to just kind of make it look more natural and take away any brush strokes. I think it actually looks really good. I do see it, when you look really close, you can see that it kind of, you know, bunches up. It kind of looks like you're wearing foundation, but it would be somebody if they were looking at you with a microscope, which people usually don't do that. So yeah, so far I do like it, and I do think that it looks pretty good. Next I'm going to do the concealer. So I am using, like I said, I'm in Light Ivory. It's just a standard doe foot applicator, but yeah. By the way, the concealer is only $4, so that's pretty good. That blended out really well, and it's pretty full coverage actually. Like it really does brighten a lot. I really like it. It's not, you know, of course it's not gonna be like a NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer or a Tarte Shape Tape or anything like that, but this is really good for a $4 concealer from the drugstore. I'm really impressed by that. So I think that's so awesome. I'm actually more impressed, I think, with the concealer than I am with the foundation so far, but they both look pretty good. I will come back later and I will check in with you guys and we'll see what it looks like then. Okay, so this is my first check-in. It's 3 o'clock. The first time that I did it, it was only 11:30. So I did go outside. I went to the mall today. It still looks really, really good. At first I noticed it was a little bit dry. I don't know how people with dry skin are gonna get on with this foundation, but it is really good if you have oily skin. I'm assuming it's gonna be good for you because I don't feel oily at all. And it also doesn't appear to be oxidizing either. Anyway, so far so good. I guess I will just check in with you guys later. There's not really a whole lot to report on, but I did like contour, all of that. I set my face. I set my under eye with some loose translucent powder, and I always do that, but yeah, it worked really well. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so this is my last check-in of the day. I've had this foundation on for about 8 hours now, so that's a pretty long time I feel for a foundation. My first impression was that everything blended on top of it really well. The concealer looks really good. I think the concealer is amazing. As for the foundation, when I look at myself like very closely, it is totally, like it totally broke apart on my nose and it didn't stay, and I did set it, like I baked with translucent setting powder, so it usually doesn't happen with my foundation, so I'm kind of like unsure why that's happening. It looks really, really bad around my nose. I found that it kind of clings to your dry patches a little bit. Let me try to zoom you in so you can see. So you can kind of see, hopefully you can see. It kind of is exaggerating my pores, and it totally like came off right here, and it also came off on this side. Anyway, hopefully you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. I guess my final review is that I'm kind of indifferent to this foundation. It didn't change my life. I'm not telling you guys to run out and buy it. If you don't get your hands on it, then you're really missing out. I just think that it's an okay foundation. It's good for the drugstore. I think that's awesome that it's at that price range. I did feel like you could build up the coverage pretty well, but I do see that it's kind of fading away and exaggerating my pores, which honestly, I have pretty good skin and it is exaggerating like my pores, and I don't really, that never really happens with any other foundation I usually use. So do I think this is the best foundation ever? No. Do I think it's pretty good? Yeah, and I don't think it would be a waste of money to get it. I think it would be pretty good, especially if you maybe are a little bit oilier and you like a matte finish. I would say get it. If you have dry skin, I'm not really too sure how well you would like this, but that it's just okay. If you do want to try something from the drugstore that is not going to give you flashback and is cruelty-free and is at a good price range, then I would try it out. Yeah, there's a lot better foundations out there, I'll just say that. Also, I'd like to add that I am under like major fluorescent lighting, so when I'm looking at myself, it like tells no lies, but when I went over and I looked at myself in the mirror, it looks really good when I look in the mirror. I know other foundations that don't do that. Like, they don't break up like that and they don't look blotchy when I'm in this lighting, because you can look at yourself and be like, oh, this looks pretty good, but then when you look really close, you're like, So I'm gonna give this foundation a B-. Yeah, that's my review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it helped you in some way, and I hope I can save you some money any way I can. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video if it was helpful for you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. They say change takes time.